Howdy, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to the the special post game. The special post game. I didn't realize there was an echo when it comes to hearing my own voice, so I gotta be careful. that was wrong of me. So once again, welcome to the Special Olympics Idaho live stream post-game 2025 commentary exclusive right here in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance for I Am Main Event Leo Wolverine. And yes, you can see a poster that says, "Put on the full armor of God, the waist belt of truth, breastplate of righteousness, shoes of peace, the shield of faith, helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. Put on the full armor of God," Ephesians 6, verse 10. It's truly important. But also one of my favorite verses is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So anyways, let's get this started and do a little commentary right here. And I know there's not that many people when it comes to this. So don't forget to mash that like button, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And I was going to mention about a live stream, but so I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a Special Olympics Idaho live stream post-game commentary. And I know I'm going to be doing part 1, which is part 1. This is part 2, which will be for the regionals for flag football. And part 3 will be the state championships, and that's about it. So anyways, I am excited when it comes to being in Special Olympics. There's no state championships, as I was told. I looked the entire calendar, and there was no state championships. And you want to know why? There is no state championships because there isn't any. Also, so let's get started about the Special Olympics floor hockey of the entire Southwest Regionals. And I thought they were only handing out medals, but to be honest, I was told that it was medals that were handing out at the end of the tournament, of the state entire floor hockey tournament. Not the state, just the regionals of said floor hockey. And guess what? You're absolutely right. And you know why? Because they said so. And I guess they were not lying. So, well, there was a bit of a change up, as I remember. Well, the thing is, that change up absolutely made itself counted the most. So yeah, so I'm aware of it. Not saying I don't, but I do. So the thing is, I have the best excellence, and the award, and the supporting, and when it comes to Special Olympics, I am most reliable when it comes to that. So yeah, most reliable in such a way, and you know what? I absolutely love it. So I get the feeling there's just more to that. So I mentioned about what does I wrote something with the help of my parents. So what does Special Olympics mean to me and the others? So I am going to get that to a second, but there were only 3 teams in the Southwest regionals. I mean, in the competitive teams. There was the Boise Ghostbusters, there was the Boise Community Broncos, and there was one more team, Canyon County Wildcats. It's all about in Southwest Idaho. Southwest Idaho. So there you go. Have I gone to other places that's not in the Southwest regionals? No, I haven't, but that would be great if I did. If I did volunteer in such a way, which is not a bad thing. So the thing is this. 3 competitive teams, and there's only like 4 unified developmental teams. And those are athletes that are like not as high or highly intelligent, but they're slowly learning when it comes to Special Olympics, because to build character is to build in development, and in a way, and as you can see, it grows. Of course, the Southwest Regionals tournament was supposed to be in Payette, Idaho, but at the last second or from a last call, the bleachers were badly broken back in Payette High School. So the thing is, they made some changes straight into Summit View Middle School in Caldwell, Idaho. And guess how it happened? It turned out really well. There was a main gym and the auxiliary gym, and it was great. It went like clockwork, and we got it. Of course, the Boise Community Broncos had the number 1 seed in the competitive team. I don't know why, but it does. And the Boise Ghostbusters had the 2nd seed. And the Canyon County Wildcats, it's a combination of Nampa Express and Caldwell Wildcats. So they combined it into one, the Canyon County Wildcats. So there you have it. A combination of both. So it was really hectic. We start off the first round, and then somehow I kind of scored perhaps 1 goal or something, and it happened fast. I mean, we faced the Boise Ghostbusters on scrimmage like every Thursday from practices, and it went pretty well. It went so well, and I guarantee you that was fun. That was absolutely fun. And we had a great time. We had everything that came together. I know we didn't scrimmage against the Canyon County Wildcats, and it was just, they had excellent defense, but I'll get to that later on. So our first game, of course, the Boise Ghostbusters are facing up the Canyon County Wildcats first, because their game goes first, while our team gets to go second because we got the number 1 seed. And so I scored a goal. I mean, our defense was kind of evenly matched from the beginning. And then all of a sudden we started to pick up the pace by scoring shot after shot. And, well, not all the time. Only at times when it comes to shots, to how to get to the net, to get past the goaltender itself, or him or herself, or you know what I mean. What I mean is this. It was not as easy as you think it is. When it comes to offense and defense, you got to balance it together. Otherwise, a team from floor hockey is going to pick your weaknesses and exploit it, and to show that you are not what you are truly made of in such a way So yeah, that's how it's gonna happen. So another thing, and I scored one goal. Then I scored on the second period. I scored more goals than I scored one. Of course, the other team, the Boise Ghostbusters, were trying to catch up, and usually it was the score was like cutting in half, and like it was like 2-1. Of course, we were up by one. The Ghostbusters are trying to catch up. Usually, somehow, I give credit to a guy named Dylan, and he is one of the leaders of the Boise Ghostbusters, and he is absolutely excellent. I'll give you that. Along with his friend, he is quick and flashy, and to be honest, he is really well done. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing when it comes to this and that. You get the idea when you go into competitive scrimmage. And then it's like, sure, there are rivals, and then all of a sudden you start to feel like, I think you're going to earn some of the respect from the other team. And you know what? It absolutely worked. Of course, other guys who have never played floor hockey before, have never won a medal, and finally, there are first timers who finally get themselves a chance to win a gold medal for the very first time. Whether for those on a mixed race, such as you're a Native American, a Hispanic, or a European, or African Arab, or Middle Eastern Arab, or the Far East, such as if you're a Korean, a Chinese, or Japanese, or Taiwanese, or Thai, Vietnamese, if you like to know, or Filipino, Pacific Islander, yes, Pacific Islander, and it was great. And you know what? I absolutely enjoyed with my teammates. If you're wondering, do I hate anybody from my team? No, I don't. And now you're saying, do you hate anybody from the Boise Ghostbusters? And I'm going to say, no, I do not. What about the Canyon County Wildcats? Not really though, unless someone likes to pick a fight with me or has a bone to pick with me, which I don't know why, but I'm not saying I don't because nobody has a bone to pick with me except for cyberbullies on social media, such as those on YouTube and those on other social media platforms such as Discord, for example. And for that is no secret. But I'm not talking about going back into this. I'm talking about what I'm doing here for a reason. So the thing is this: for being in the Special Olympics for this commentary right here, I was keeping myself hydrated. Drink plenty of water, or having have a drink with a lot of electrolytes that does not contain a lot of sugar, because you don't want to have a lot of sugar in your system. You want to keep it like well balanced on a strict diet and a healthy snack to keep you going. And also get some protein bars and in the right way so you can keep yourself active and reboot, refuel, and have that type of protein into your muscle fiber, into the muscular system. You know, the muscular system, which is your legs, your hands and feet, arms and shoulders, including the buttocks and the lower and upper back, including your abdomen, your abdominis rectus, and your latissimus dorsi, which is the upper back, and not to mention your triceps, which is the back of your arms, the biceps, your hands and the fingers, your forearms, the quadriceps feroris, yes, and the hamstring groups at the back of the legs, the calf muscles, your feet as well. So it's all about the movement to regain, to recharge, to refuel, and all this and that. Because it is really important not to get so fatigued, to drink plenty of water, to reduce the muscle spasms, not to mention having a bunch of electrolytes to also reduce the muscle spasms and to get refueled, and you'll be ready to go. So you will not be like as tired as you used to be, but still want to be prepared and get energized. So protein bars, electrolyte drinks, and whatsoever, but not if you think about why not drink soda cans like I mean carbonated soda. No, I don't think so. It's not a great idea, to be honest, because when you participate in Special Olympics in a sport, and at what sport you're in, such as like floor hockey, for example, or in snowshoeing or in cross country skiing or snowboarding or ice skating, you name it, don't drink carbonated soda. I mean, like such as like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. I mean, for those in the stands, they could. I'm not saying they can't. They could if they want to. Just not the athletes, because when it comes to participating in a sport, and if you think about drinking a carbonated soda like is Coca-Cola or Pepsi, for example, it's not a good idea. Just let those those of the audience could, just not you, if you are participating in a sport. And also, if you want to have like lunch, which is fine. Of course, you got to bring your own lunch or have your relatives to buy lunch for you, because in a way that you cannot leave the school campus, for example, or cannot leave the campus, for example. And it was a battle, and it was a landslide victory for the Boise Community Broncos over the Boise Ghostbusters. And you know what? It was swell. So we took one win, 0 loss, and then the Boise Ghostbusters went 0-1, and of course the Ghostbusters did win one over the you know who, and that would be the Canyon County Wildcats. And the reason why they cannot play 3 times is this, because if they try to play a third time, they will be so tired, so they do not want to forfeit a game. Instead, the Canyon County Wildcats would love to play a game against us, so they're still in the competition. I'm not saying they're not. They're still in it. So with 1 loss, and they can try to win 1 game. If all teams are tied, there will be a tiebreaker, and the team that has won it will get to have that tiebreaker as a team to play as the home field advantage. So you have to play more than 2 times, and that would be a 3rd time, I'm afraid. And so for that, if it were to happen. However, and I did mention this, that the Canyon County Wildcats have really great, excellent defense, and it was so impressive. Of course, I meant in the first game, I did score a goal. I got 4 or 5 goals, so this means I got a hat trick. So yes, 3 goals or more gets you a hat trick. And it was great. Yeah, I find ways to how to takes the shot from the back, or doing my little undershot in a way. So also try not to cross the goaltender's line of area, because if you do, that will be a crease violation. If you're trying to score a goal but your hockey stick crosses over the crease and the puck goes into the net, it's not going to count because you crossed the stick cross over the crease, and that's a crease violation. The goal will not be counted if you do that. So don't do it. Including any part of your body, you must not cross the crease of that goaltender's in that goaltender's area at all times. In other words, don't do it at all. Keep away from the crease, shoot it from that distance, and hopefully, just maybe, you might get a goal. Or else the goaltender is going to just block the shot or save the shot or deflect the shot in a way. So there you have it. And that is what it counts the most. Getting a goal into the net to get a point up the board of how many goals. So yeah, I got a hat trick. So when it comes to the Canyon County Wildcats, their defense was pretty excellent. Some are like truly aggressive, which I like. So yeah, why not? I'm liking this. Of course, I know how to be aggressive. I'm not saying I don't. But when it comes to going over the limit, you really know how to go into a limit break. So there's only one thing to do. Play as tough as you can than your team opponents ever could. And that is how it is. So you know what? It was really tough, to be honest. And nothing was gonna be the same. I know I'm training some brand new athletes. I don't see some of the athletes I usually see anymore because of who I met. Like, I don't even know who I met anymore. I mean, there are those who are brand new, who have never played floor hockey in such a way, and for the first time they won a gold medal. They finally feel pretty good about themselves. The Canyon County Wildcats, my gosh, you were up like 9 goals, and now they scored up 5 goals, but they just ran out of time. But I'll give them credit; they did an excellent job. And also both teams of the Boise Ghostbusters and the Canyon County Wildcats have one win. Actually, the Ghostbusters have 1 win and 1 loss. The Canyon County Wildcats have 0 wins and 2 losses. So they ended in 3rd place, and they took home the bronze medal. 3rd place bronze. Now, 2nd place is from the Boise Ghostbusters, and they took the silver medal, 2nd place. And 1st place gold belongs to the Boise Community Broncos. And what an effort. What an effort. So I thought it was going to be like 4 hours. And to be honest, I thought it was going to be like a 4-hour live stream, and not realizing about the next game being called upon. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought our game doesn't start like at 1 o'clock. Because the Ghostbusters do not want to forfeit, but instead the Canyon County Wildcats have not played against us. So for that, they're going to play against us. And you want to know why? They just did it. They absolutely did it. So, Boise Community Broncos went undefeated back to back, 2 years in a row. Who knows? I would say like 3 years in a row, or besides, let alone the COVID pandemic thing. And when it comes to floor hockey, yes, a gold medal along with a gold medal in 2018. So I have not lost. It was excellent. I absolutely did pretty good. And when it comes to have the right teammates, the right ones, the right stuff, yes. So we had a total of 11 athletes. So that was impressive. And guess what? I am now on in a nearly of a 2 month break until flag football season begins either late March or early April. And I can hardly wait to do that one. So, and also I have, so you're wondering if this is all about the sports, why everyone's doing it, and why are there, like you say, unified developmental teams. So I'm going to explain this to you about what is a unified team. So a unified team, there are athletes there, but also with partners, unified partners as in people who do not have different abilities or disabilities such as me. Because they're the ones that they don't have it, but still show to give the other athletes to how to be creative into the developmental type of program. And that is why, and that is how is called a unified team, a unified partner. So, of course, a unified partner can score a goal for only just one period or for the one whole game. And so for that, I mean, I've learned pretty quick. For a guy such as autism like me, yeah, I get the idea. You know, it's funny how I see people who have autism, but some people are kind of like truly lost when they thought of the right things, but for the wrong reasons. They have no idea what they are doing in such a way or what they are truly capable of. And for that, we live in a world that people think they are doing something what's right by not honoring God, and they realize they should have done, they realize what they're doing is wrong. And so for that is kind of shocking news. But all is not lost if they, you know, from what the Bible says, if my people call by my name, if they humble themselves and pray, instead of being so prideful and being egotistic, like in a way, but just humble before the Lord. But right now, but you know, so I'm gonna tell you, like, so you're saying, but besides the point, which it is the point, but I'm gonna get to the other point. Why do you play Special Olympics in such a way? Why do you play Special Olympics? Why are you in Special Olympics? Why are you doing this? I've been doing Special Olympics since 2009. I started in the summertime. And the reason why I started in 2009 is that when the World Winter Games came to Idaho in 2009. The World Winter Games came to Idaho in 2009. That's how it happened. And then I'm all like, you know what? I want to participate in Special Olympics. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to keep on doing what I love to do best. Playing basketball, playing floor hockey. And that is something entirely what I love to do. And so I never looked back. Improving my skills and this and that and whatnot. And you know what? It went pretty great. It went pretty great. I did change switching teams in such a manner. I was with before it was called Canyon County Wildcats. I was with the Caldwell Wildcats, and there was the Nampa Express. And so for that, you know why? I changed it. I became from what I love to do best or to do the most. I know it's kind of confusing, so I stick with Nampa with the Caldwell Wildcats, and then usually I've only had some of the athletes who are really great. I mean, I was one of the athletes who played pretty well, and now and then I went with Nampa Express, and now is that was the team I joined up with. And all of a sudden, I don't see the athletes that I usually do, like those who I've met, are no longer there anymore. But there are brand new athletes that I've never seen or met before. Of course, I still see some of those who are still in Nampa. And now the other thing is, well, I finally, if you want to know what it is, I mean, there was this one athlete. I mean, we had the state tournament, but that was in the Sun Valley. Of course, one athlete tried to drive me nuts. Could not let me go to sleep. To turn on the TV and like, what kind of staff do they run? I mean, you're supposed to tell the athlete to stop it, then people want to go to sleep. But instead, I see this athlete kind of like, nope, is anybody trying to help me out? So I had to go sleep downstairs in the lobby. And that was one of the worst nights I've ever had. Sure, my team has won gold medal with Nampa Express, but with the athlete, that was really bad. Not a great role model. Just a really bad example for staff people who couldn't be able to help out. I mean, what kind of people should have they helped out anyways in the first place? You're supposed to help out the athletes or having some help or having trouble or having those who are having issues, not the other way around. So he kind of broke my sanity on the inside because the way he acted was really in total stupidity. And yes, he has, I'm not going to say this person's name, but I'm going to keep it anonymous. Of course, he does have a disability like I do, but he likes to push people's buttons, and the staff should have done better when it comes to Nampa Express, and they didn't do a fanciful job. They should have known better by helping out the athlete with issues. But instead, it just kept growing. And that was the last straw. And guess what? I decided I want to change and switch teams, and that is how it happened. I joined with Boise Community. It was the Stars. It wasn't called the Boise Community Broncos. It was called the Boise Community Stars. So I stayed with them. When it comes to floor hockey and basketball, and then sometime later on in around the mid-2010s, flag football came into the mix, and that was in 2015. So guess what? In 2016, we began with flag football. And Boise Community finally got its first flag football team in 2016. And then we do it again in 2017. And then finally, they'll represent Team Idaho in Nationals in 2018 in Seattle, Washington. And finally, and now, I know there's Nationals, which comes like in 2026 in Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. That's up in the north, the North Star State. Minnesota, home of the Minnesota Vikings of the NFL, the Minnesota Wild of the National Hockey League, the Minnesota Lynx of the WNBA, the Minnesota Timberwolves of the NBA, the Minnesota Twins of Major League Baseball, and also home of the Minnesota Gophers of the Big Ten Conference team. When it comes to teams and it comes to U.S. geography, I love this. It's kind of like one of my specialties to know about U.S. geography, world geography, and all that and stuff. And you know what? It's worth it. Those are the 2 gold medals I've got back to back when it comes to floor hockey. And you're gonna say, have you been besides nationals? Have you ever been to World Games? I'm gonna say no, I haven't. I have not been to World Games before, but I would love to for just once in my lifetime. Once in my lifetime, I would love to go to World Games from whatever sport they have in, whether it's flag football, floor hockey, or basketball. So the 2 sports I excel really well at is floor hockey and flag football. It's like second nature to me when it comes to those 2. But I know nationals, it'll be in 2026 in Minneapolis and St. Paul. And I don't know when the World Games are at, to be honest, but I would love to be a part of World Games. I mean, not easy when you have like how many athletes who are going to represent Team USA, and I would love to represent Team USA, and that is amazing. And you know why? I would love it. I would love it so much. And why not? Why not? I mean, it's great, it's wonderful, it's spectacular. But you want to know why? Why am I talking so much sports? Of course. So what does this is more than just sports, to be honest. When it comes to Special Olympics, this is more than just about sports. This is more than that. It's more than just basketball. It's more than just floor hockey. It's more than just the winter and summer and fall, spring sports and all that. So what does Special Olympics mean to me and the others? So I can give you the answer that no one has able to have an answer before. I'm giving it to all of you guys. For those who watch this live stream, will have the answer right here, and I have it with me right now. So this is the answer I'm giving you right now. Special Olympics is more than just sports. It's about being in a community on how to live a normal life and to improve to be better. When those who see that we are not like the others, we only need or want to trade pity for inclusion. You see what I'm saying here? Okay, but I will get to the details, but I will keep on reading. We all see differently because we have gifts, or should I say different abilities. Not disabilities, different abilities. You see what I said there? Each and every one of those who have different abilities are special. It's like having a superpower from the comic books in real life. It's true. It's the beauty of those who have different abilities to show it. It's normal for us, like it's normal for me. Whether we are fast or slow learners, because we are learning to improve. We are all different because we are like putting puzzle pieces together in life. Putting piece by piece until we get a clear picture. No one is that low when it comes to our looks. Like absolutely no one. Those who have different so like I said, those who have different abilities who are special is not just because of their job. It's because they have a purpose. And I have a purpose as well. That purpose is a reason on how to live a normal life, on how to live a normal life in Special Olympics and outside Special Olympics. For example, playing sports, having a hobby, having a job, visiting places, going to conventions, such as like going to a Comic-Con or an anime convention. You know what I mean. Visiting family and friends, sporting events, and so on and so forth. Having a different ability isn't just average. No. It's a gift. Whether it's a gift and or a curse at the same time, that is up to you. Just remember, never stop improving to be better and never give up. You are special because you are born and made to be by the hands of God Himself. The hands of God Himself, Jesus Christ. So now I'm going to get into the details. So why do I say Special Olympics is more than just sports? It's more than just about being into a sport that you play in, meaning like flag football, floor hockey, basketball, cheer. Yes, cheer, and top golf. Yes, top golf as well. So like you get the idea. And not to mention sailing. Yes, sailing. Because not every U.S. state have all sports. Not every U.S. state. Utah, for example, Texas, California, Florida, you name it. Washington, the state of Washington, not D.C. Montana, Minnesota, Missouri, Arkansas, Alabama, West Virginia, North and South Carolina. I can do this all day. So like I said, it's about being in a community on how to live a normal life and to improve to be better. So when we are being in a community, we like, how are you going to earn the community's trust around you when it comes to a sport? But this is more than just a sport. You're not going to gain the community's trust. You need to earn it. That's the only way you're going to earn a community's trust on how to live a normal life and to improve yourself to be better. I did mention about unified teams. When it comes to unified teams or unified partners, because you're in a developmental team, you're being helped out by a unified partner who doesn't have a disability and or a different ability to help you to improve, to be better, to improve in character development, to improve because when you're a slow learner, you're going to be learning to get better and better day by day, week by week, and also showing character development and the right attitude and the right stuff, not the wrong kind of stuff, because you don't want to set out a bad example. Because when those who see that we are not like the others, we are not like the other people, we only need or want to trade pity for inclusion. So, of course, you're like, for example, like, how do I say this? It's like, oh, woe is me. Like the partner. I mean, or for an athlete. I mean, to see this. Like, we are, as athletes who have different abilities, are like, I know we're like, it's like, we are not like you in such a way, but to be honest, we are more than just what we look like, because inside ourselves is something hidden, something special, something spectacular. So we want to trade this kind of pity for inclusion, because, like, how do I say this? I know it's like I'm going to be like, I'm being spoiled. Yes, you don't have to spoil me, but treat me like I'm a competitor in real life, just as how you play. Like, when it comes to Major League Soccer, you're playing up against another team from Major League Soccer, such as, like Real Salt Lake versus the LA Galaxy, or Football Club Dallas versus the New York Red Bulls, or the Houston Dynamo versus, the Vancouver Whitecaps. That is the reason why, like I say, I don't want to be spoiled. I want you to treat me like I'm your opponent and not spoiled, and do in the correct sportsmanship. Like, okay, so you want to go that round? It's like, I don't want to go like guns a-blazing. I was like, it's fine, but give me everything you've got, because if you don't, there is no way into how am I supposed to learn. And the more I learn, even though I am going to make mistakes, the more I learn, the better I will get. And it's not just the sport. It's on how to improve to be better, to live on normal life. So because like I said, so we all see differently, because we have gifts, or should I say different abilities. It's not disabilities, I say different abilities. When I say different abilities, we have those abilities that's inside that we didn't even realize of what we have. Yes, are you an athlete? Yes, but is there something else besides being an athlete? Yes, I mean, like, how smart are you? How well you do on your job, or how well do you work on, like, with such as basic math, or how well do you do on reading, or how well do you do your job, or like one of the toughest jobs when it comes to into the economy itself as well. And that is what it means to be in a part of when it comes to like different abilities. So like I said, each and every one of those who have different abilities are special, and I do say this. It's like having a superpower from the comic books in real life. In real life. And that is true, for example, when it's like, once you start to build character and to discover who you really are, it is the beauty of those that have the different abilities to show it. Are you talented? Like, what are your talents? Like, do you do method voice acting? Do you do let's plays and games? Or, like, do you do something specifically? Can you imitate a voice such as, like one of the Mario Brothers, or voicing Jedi Master Yoda? Or can you do Bruce Wayne, who is Batman from Batman the Animated Series? Or, like, for example, that is what it is. Just taking a drink, that's all I need. And so this here. So it is normal for us, whether we are fast or slow learners, because we are learning to improve, which I did say this before. Whether we are slow or fast learners, we are learning to improve on how to be better. Because we're all different. And you want to know why? Because we're like putting puzzle pieces together in life. I'm putting puzzle pieces together in life. Whether it's right here that I'm in person and not on social media. Of course, it can be on social media because when I do this on said social media, yes. So putting it piece by piece until we get a clear picture, like until we put the puzzle pieces together, until we get a clear picture, and then we see what we truly see with not just with our own eyes, or what's inside ourselves. So no one is that low when it comes to our looks. You're like, when you're saying, like, for a person who has, like, I don't know, like Down syndrome or cerebral palsy or dyslexia, you're gonna say, like, this person is kind of low to me. Are you kidding me? Where did you get that idea? So you're assuming that we are not that high, as in we're not like that high, which is like you're saying we're not in the middle class or the high class, or when it comes to the society, into the society of the community itself. No, that's not it. I said no one is that low when it comes to our looks. Because those who have different abilities, who are special, is not just because of their job. You're just saying because it's our job, because we're in such a community, whether it's the low class or the middle class or the high class. It's not just because of our job, because we have a different ability and because we are special. It's because we have a purpose here. That purpose is a reason on how to live a normal life in Special Olympics and outside Special Olympics. That is the real purpose when it comes to Special Olympics. It's more than just sports. It's about on how to live a normal life. And that my friends, that is the purpose. The purpose is this, and I mentioned this. Playing sports is one of them. Having a hobby, having a job, visiting places, going to conventions, like going to the Gem State Comic Con in Idaho, or going to an anime convention like Anime ID, like when I went to last year, or Neo Anime Oasis, or going to Vegas Con, or going to San Diego Comic Con, or go to Corpus Christi Comic Con, or San Antonio Comic Con, or the San Antonio Anime Convention, or in Dallas, or in Houston. Seriously. Or in those in the Midwest. Or Salt Lake Comic Con. I mean, really, come on. Visiting family and friends, sporting events, etc. There you go. So guess what? Having a different ability isn't just average. It's a gift. So whether it's a gift or a curse at the same time, whether it's a gift and or a curse at the same time, that is up to you. That's not up to me. What I'm saying this to you, that is up to you. Whether it's a gift or a curse at the same time for having this different ability that you have, that is up to you. If you know what I mean. But just remember, never stop improving to be better and never give up. Never give up. The reason is this. You are special because you are born and made to be by the hands of the Lord Jesus Christ himself. Whether you want to hear this or not, it's true. I've been gifted, and I know when it comes to having these type of gifts, it's like God has given you the gift of this different ability, not disability, this different ability, and don't waste it. Because when it comes to a sport is a tool to honor God, you give God the glory and honor because he gets all the glory. We don't, but he does gives us the victory to overcome our fears, to overcome our, what is the word I'm looking for? We not only our fears, but we must overcome our negative emotions. And also overcoming facing the giants. It's like we don't have the strength to stand. So this type of giant laughs at me and calls out your name and say you'll never win. But the voice of truth tells you a different story and says, do not be afraid. Because he says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to you, you will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. And that is the reason why you are special, because you are born and made to be an athlete who has a different ability. Because when it comes to Special Olympics, it is more than just sports, and it's about on how to live a normal life and to improve to be better. And because of that, God wants you to improve to be better, to help you build character and character development, to discover who you really are, to really discover who you truly are in the first place. Because before you were born, he already knew you from the very beginning, before your mother's womb. Before you were born, he knew you from the very beginning, before you were born from your mother's womb. He knew everything about you and me. And for those who've watched this live stream, whether they choose not to listen to this or not, you know that it's true. To God be the glory. To give all the glory to God when it comes to in what sport you participate in. If you win, you praise him. If you lose, you still praise him. Either way, we honor God with our actions and our lives and our words. Honor the Lord Jesus Christ for the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. Because if you're doing something for the wrong reasons, what kind of love is that anyways? Because that is not how it works out. The way I see it, that is not how you honor God. And to give God the glory, let God have all the glory. He can bring us the victory, yes, but give him all the glory. And that is how you will achieve victory. By overcoming to facing the giants of fear and negative emotions and feeling so frustrated and confusion and all that. Yes, you can get frustrated. Yes, you'll have troubled times, but that is a part of the sport. I mean, without emotions, what are we? We are humans, for crying out loud, but we are aliens in this entire planet, living only temporarily upon this planet itself. It's like, what? Yeah, I know. When I said aliens, we're only humans because we are, I mean, we're only here in this world. We're only temporary. Everything around us is temporary. Everything you have, what you see, is temporary, and nothing lasts forever. But God's love, His word, lasts forever, and it will never pass away. So guess what? When I participate in Special Olympics, I give God the glory, and He brings the victory. If I win, I praise Him. If I lose, I'll still praise Him either way. I honor God with my actions, words, and my life. Without Him, I'm dead on the inside. Without Him, I am absolutely dead on the inside because I have to be born again. And for that is what it is. So, I do, hold on a second. I do have some quick announcements, but give me a moment. Oh, that feels good when you try to stretch out the back. So, next Saturday, I am going to the Shine Prom in Meridian, Idaho. Hopefully, I am going to meet the girl of my dreams. Not really, though, but the girl that I went out with from last year on a dance from the opening ceremonies. And her name, I'm going to keep this anonymous. So, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that name out loud. But, I'm only going to say this once. She is a really special girl, and I would love to go out with her. And I know I have not seen her for quite a while, but I kept thinking about her. And, she is one cool cucumber. And there you have it. I would love to take her out on dates if I can. I mean, I don't see her very much at all, or not, almost never, but I told her that I asked her to go to Shine Prom with me, and she said yes. And I want to go to prom. I want her to go to prom with me, so that way but I don't know if she's going to be there or who is going to be there. But you know what? I've not been to prom since 2018. And you know what? I would love to go to Shine Prom. I know there may be some people who's going to go to Shine Prom besides myself. And you know what? I have to dress in like casual clothing. I don't have a tuxedo, but I will dress up like that. I usually come into the best clothing as I possibly could. Of course, I'll wear my, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat and all that, but I will dress like nice and casual and like casual clothing, like not like, like how I make really nice casual clothing. And there you go. And also, I'm going to the Gem State Comic Con once again in 2025. So I can hardly wait to go there. It's the same place I went to last year. And also, I'm going to Anime Idaho again for the second time. And it is awesome sauce. So, woo! Yes! Woo! Oh, that is awesome. Who knows? I would love to dress up as something else because I'm keeping that to myself for the time being. But you know what? I mean, when it comes to WWE wrestlers, when it comes to The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, it comes to The Undertaker, when it comes to Rey Mysterio, when it comes to John Cena, and now when it comes to the icon Sting, it was absolutely one of my favorites. He's just absolutely incredible. So, yeah, I mean, I have not posted any pictures of, well, in on Instagram. I mean, like I'm on Instagram, but I don't usually post not that much besides the liking. So you know what I would say, who knows? Perhaps it might be a time for me to post pictures up there once again so I don't have to get bored or what, but you know what? I also like to post pictures on Discord and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, including on YouTube, which is not going to stop me for crying out loud. So there you have it. So I'm making a happy face or a happy snack, or I need happy snacks or whatsoever. But I'm absolutely glad when it comes to going into two conventions. One, the Gem State Comic Con. The other, I'm going to Anime Idaho. Same place at Expo Idaho. That's in Garden City. So the events will last 2 days. It's on the weekend. The same thing for Gem State Comic Con. The same thing for Anime Idaho. So yeah. Ever since Neo Anime Oasis went away, Anime Idaho just took up the bill. And guess what? Another adventure begins with me and them. And those who were attendees back when they attended Neo Anime Oasis, such as myself, I am a cosplayer, and I did mention when I said it's more than just Special Olympics, is more than just sports and about on how to live a normal life and improve to be better. Because I'm not snapped. I'm just feeling good. Because I'm getting to the people with cosplay. Yeah. Oh, like, dude, you almost sound like Sting. I don't know. Because I'm telling you. Because I'm just doing that. So, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. I'm immortal in the eye of the stinger. And then something like that. No, I'm not going to sing the lyrics. So, yeah. So, anyways. I kind of have the feeling of Sting in a way when it comes to that, and now I know how it feels and relates when it comes to character growth development. You know what it means to be a guy who is a watcher in the wings with a voice of silence and a defender of justice. As well as also I'll be doing more of the live streams of WWE 2K24. And also, I already finished Monica and Maya's storylines of the legacy of the My Rise storyline of WWE 2K23. I am going to do the My Rise storyline of Undisputed, and it goes back to my main character, Gino, once again as the Dark Horse. He is the so-called Dark Horse. And you want to know why? Because he is the so-called Dark Horse, because he really is. So there you have it. But I'm also waiting for flag football, which comes in late March or early spring, and that I'll be waiting for it to be making into the mix. Also, I can hardly wait to get WWE 2K25. I don't know if they have the My Rise storyline for that, but I'd be surprised if it does, because they've been doing it for like 3 years in a row. They've been doing the one that's on 2K22. They've done it with, you have to custom create because you have to instead of being imported. So that sucked. But but the game developers did improve, and they have imported it from 2K23, so they did it. Great job. And the same thing, they'll do it in 2K24. The thing is, I don't know if they're going to do it on 2K25, but I'd be surprised if they do it again. I'll be doing it again. So the reason why I don't have it on my Xbox account, but I have it on my PlayStation account. So just on the PS4 and the PS5 for 2K24. But I'll be getting WWE 2K25 on the Xbox One and Xbox Series XS. I'm not going to get it on the PS4 and PS5 because that is out of play. So, yeah, the reason why I saw, like, you're going to get these characters, transfer all the characters from your PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5, from the PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation 4 because of this and that. That is what happened, and the reason why I had to do that is because it seems that the game developers have gotten themselves a lot smarter. So if they'll do it on 2K25 just like they do on 2K24, then I'm expecting I will be getting it on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series XS and not on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 because I don't want to go try to go loosey-goosey, or if you know what I mean, or easy-peasy lemon squeezy. And so there you have it. That's the reason why I am not doing that. The reason why I'm doing that is because the thing is, for 2K23 was the only exception, and 2K22 as well. I would say the graphics on 2K23 look pretty good, including 2K22. Some of the character models look really awesome. And one character, or a few from Fire Emblem characters, which is like, she is something else. I don't know who it is, but she looks pretty darn good. In a way. And then you see those and others like, all right, now I'm seeing this and that. I'm loving it. I love it. And I know I'll be doing Undisputed. That will be the next Lex Play. And also, I'm almost done with Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. And I've just begun with My Rise storyline of Isaac's story of the Lock from WWE 2K23. So I'll be doing one whole storyline, but I would love to do a live stream on the Unleashed storyline. So one character. I'm not going to go like a premiere, just a live stream only, but I will do just a character. But I'm going to do a premiere when it comes to my main character storyline of Undisputed. How this happened, how it worked, and where does this all lead to? So there you have it. And also, you're telling me, are you gonna do something like Nintendo games that you have done? Where am I gonna see Fire Emblem Three Houses or Three Hopes? When am I gonna see the remaster version of Halo? You will, and when am I gonna see Golden Sun of the first game besides the second? You will. I did the preview as a live stream, and that's gonna be happening. But like I said, I need to finish up the Let's Play of Fairy Tail live streams, and once that Let's Play is done, Golden Sun will take its place over Fairy Tail, and once Fairy Tail live stream is officially said and done, Golden Sun will take its place. And by the way, it's from Game Boy Advance, which I have it on the Nintendo Switch. And I don't know how to transfer the file, of course. And you're going to say, well, I know you played Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Have you done that live stream already? And I'm going to say yes. The other one, I did a Super Nintendo one like twice. And the one which is on the Game Boy Advance, but this one says the Four Swords. That's multiplayer only. The only thing is like, hello. Hi, Blazer. I'm doing great. How you doing? Thank you for dropping by into the live stream. And so, I was going to say, I do have the Nintendo Switch Online membership with the expansion pass. And because of that, I have the Game Boy Advance app along with the Sega Genesis app and the Nintendo 64 app like that. And there you go. Because you need the expansion pass, and I got it for like $50 and it'll last me for a whole year. So if anybody wants me to do a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past with the Four Swords, it's multiplayer only. And also, how am I going to communicate those people on a live stream, on said live stream? That is something I'm going to have to do something upon, and I may need to download an app, whether it's going to be on Discord or something, to talk to people. Like, I need to talk to people like, how am I going to say this or that? And how to communicate with with those from around the world, or for those around my region, or for those around the nation. When it comes to Legend of Zelda, the Four Sword game, and I definitely know how it works, because if any player dies, the entire group will lose 50 rupees, and the penalty increases every 50 rupees. The next penalty is 100. Every time a player dies in the game from the Four Sword game, the penalty increases by 50 rupees every time. When a player dies, every 50 rupees, it goes up and up. If the entire team does not have enough rupees, the game is over automatically. Not just the one who just died, but the entire team as well. Game over. The end. And you have to start all over again. So, remember, try not to die. And also, if you're really good on hack and slash games, be really exceptionally well and don't play a game of stupidity. Also, for those who play from that Four Sword game that connects with Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, when it's multiplayer only. Oh, you're good at hack and slash. Awesome, Sauce. So on multiplayer only, the player with the most rupees will earn a medal. A medal. You heard me. A medal. If you have 10 medals, you have to. If you have 10 medals and play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, you can unlock the Hurricane Spin. The Hurricane Spin. If you go, where the house of Bumpkin up in the northwest part. We're right next to the lost woods of the cabin. You go talk to the guy who is in the house and he will give you riddles. If you answer all the riddles correctly, but you need to have the bug catching net. If you answer the riddles correctly, he will give you the hurricane spin, but it definitely will cost you magic power with your magic meter. So understand that from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. But when it comes to the fourth sword, the hurricane spin you acquire from a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past by since collecting all those 10 medals will be inputted throughout the rest of your entire game, because guess what? You finally got the hurricane spin and you can do it on that four sword game. Multiplayer only. 2 to 4 players. Not one, 2 or more. 2 or more. That's how it works. So when it comes to bosses, you're gonna have to share the information to your friends or your other players. Which color is where it's at? Where is the green? Where is the red? Where is the blue? Where is the purple? Who has that color coding? Remember, if that color coding has it right there, you tell him to go attack there, over there, by communicating on the headset if you have it. Like, talking on the headset with a microphone. It's all about the teamwork, because if you don't do it well, you are going to lose. The same thing, of course. There are silver keys, golden keys. Yes, golden keys. You go back into the same stages, like, Death Mountain, the Sea Garden, the garden, the where the lost woods of the bushes, and not to mention the icy cavern, and there is Vati's palace as well. So there's 3 doors. The first door, what you have is the silver key. The other door is what you have, the golden key. The golden key, once you have all the 3 golden keys, it'll show a random amount of stages of the levels that you went to ever since. Now, the hero's keys, that is really difficult. To acquire the hero's keys, the entire group must collect 5,000 rupees or more. If you have less than 5,000, you will not get the hero's keys at all. But the person who has the most rupees can still get the medal. I'm not saying you can't, you could, but the entire team, the whole group of players need 5,000 rupees to qualify to get the hero's keys, or else if you have less than 5,000, you will not get the hero's keys at all. You will not. Once you have all the hero's keys, you can finally enter the door in the middle. The door in the middle. And it's all stages. All the bosses, all stages. The Death Mountain boss, the Lost Woods boss, the Icy Cavern boss, the final boss, who is Vati himself. You heard me. That's the guy. All bosses, all stages. So that is how it is. Plus, at the end of the entire game, you can do there's a bonus stage, and you will not lose hearts. It's just you can try to collect as many rupees as you possibly can when it comes to the 4-sword game. And there you go. You beat the whole entire game itself, and voila, you've completed the entire game, because you have all the silver keys, the golden keys, and the hero's keys, and defeated all 4 bosses and the 4 bosses. All of them. So that's what's going to happen on the 4-sword game. And that is what it kind of relates to the Minish Cap a little bit. And so there you go. And And that is what about that hack and slash game from Legend of Zelda Fourth Sword and A Link to the Past. Of course, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm not, if you think I'm done, I'm not done. So there is one more thing. Once you enter the Dark World, there is another door that's to your southwest corner of the pyramid, and it's the Palace of the Four Sword. You heard me, the Palace of the Four Sword. That is an extra dungeon to go to, but the only way to get in is you need to defeat the final boss, and that is Vati from Vati's Palace. Once you do that, you can be able to enter the Palace of the Four Sword, and it only costs you 20 rupees. And I'll tell you this, it's the 4 bosses that you fought in the Dark World. The very first 4 bosses. The very first 4 bosses. And you need to collect all of the 4 swords. Does Ganon knew about the Palace of the Fourth Sword underneath? That's right on the pyramid. Yes. And once you have all the 4 swords, there's only one thing left to do, is to break through the barrier once you acquire all the 4 swords from A Legend of Zelda and Link to the Past. Go through, and there's like, and inside the boss room, it's like there's nothing there. You have to go to the middle. And all of a sudden, these 4 swords you have are spread out. And then all of a sudden, the final boss, guess what? It's clones of yourself. Clones of yourself. You heard me. Clones of yourself. All the moves you have of yourself. The green one's easy. The red is second easy. The third and the third is the second hardest. The fourth is the hardest. Strongest and hardest. And yes, they have the hurricane spin. They have the rock's cape. They have the master sword of the evil versions, because guess what? They are going to try to slay you. If you try to use the hurricane spin or try to do the tornado spin, they will disappear the moment you try to use that ridiculous hurricane spin. So I suggest try to be smart against the the second hardest and the hardest, the clones of yourself. So yes. Be really, really careful. I would suggest you have fairies or a couple of fairies, or along with blue medicine. So be aware. You do realize it is not an easy. That is one of the hardest bosses to fight. Fight against yourselves, the clone of yourself, the clones of yourself. So, like I said, the green's easy. The red is the second easiest. The blue one is the second hardest. The purple one's the hardest. And also, it will jump up in the air and does like a dive attack with the sword, and you will take a lot of damage. So, be aware. Get out of the way. Move or be killed off. I suggest you move and don't get killed off by the likes of your clones of yourselves under the Palace of the Four Sword. Because it is ridiculously hard. I've beaten it before. It's not easy. It is hard. Trust me when I say it is hard. It is hard. And if once you defeated all of the clones of yourselves, you've won the entire game itself. And voila, you beat the whole game. Wow. Yeah, not easy as it looks, isn't it? Oh. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just drinking something to. So tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream of WWE 2K24, and beginning with the men's division, and then on a Thursday. Yes, you heard me. I'm doing since no, there's no more floor hockey season. It's over. It's over. I'm on a 2 month break. So I'm back when I do what I love to do most, live streamings and or video premieres on Thursdays. So guess what? Thursday's live streaming the women's division, and it's gonna be Bad Blood. Yes, I put it in the comic strip thumbnail. You saw those in the comic strip thumbnails that I put up before the live stream starts. Is about the bloodline of Rosenthal. A whole time from the very beginning, the bloodline of Rosenthal is when it comes across the multiverse. And those who know about the bloodline of Rosenthal, they see this as a threat. Others want to protect the bloodline of Rosenthal, who are the last people or the last members of these so-called candles of light. So I'm also a father who is there, and you're going to say, it's Goku Black. And to answer your question, I'm going to say, this is before Goku Black came into the picture. Like, what? There's someone who is the father. I mean, before Goku Black became the Biofather, having that blood to give 2 people or 3 sons of the blood transfusions, while the other 2 did not. The other 2 did not. They were well hidden. They were well hidden by the likes of Rosalina herself. And you know why, and that is the reason why it's just happened. Like, this is a great storyline. And how is this? And also from Goku Black's last stand, and how is he explained? And members of the Authority, or along with Goku Black's allies and Khalifa Black's allies, and all that, and those who knew about the bloodline of Rosenthal, saying about mere descendants of King David, way back. And the reason why they are those who have been specifically gifted by the traveler himself. When I mean about the traveler himself, I actually know who is the one who is the creator of all creation. But anyways, yeah, that's about basically it. And you're wondering, are you going to do Project Diva Vocaloid games on your YouTube channel? No, I can't do that because the music can be copyright claim on YouTube channel, but not on Discord. No, not on Discord. I can do that on Discord, just not on my YouTube channel at all. Can you do it on Facebook? Yes, I can do it on Facebook. I can't do it on YouTube. So can you do it like on Instagram or Twitter as well? Yeah, I could. I'm not saying no. I know I hate copyright. YouTube's copyright system is so poorly broken. Ugh. I mean, that's the reason why I'm not be able to do that. So, yeah. And there's like some other games I like to go revisit in a way. And also I have a bunch of games I have on the Super NES. One cartridge with around 900 games. And there are the other ones that says about something about pachinko. Like, no, what, pachinko? What's pachinko? I told this before. It's a pachinko. It's kind of like a game of a slot machine from a casino, but it's called pachinko in Japan because they have pachinko parlor games over there in Japan, like the ones we have casino slot machines here in the United States of America, such as Nevada, for example. But they don't do slot machines. I know there are like other places that do not have slot machines or casinos, like McDonald's or Burger King or Jack in the Box or whatever, or Walmart. You know, that thing. But there will be a time I would love to do a live stream about a pachinko game. So what? Like, oh really? This I gotta see, smarty pants. This I gotta see of what you're talking about. I already did Super Conflict as a live stream, and it went pretty good. And it's like, aren't you gonna do like Mega Man X8 or revisiting a Mega Man X3 in a way? So yeah, in a way. I mean, that's on the GameCube, but when I have the time and for it, and you know, when you're gonna do Fire Emblem Three Houses or Three Homes, are you gonna do a Fire Emblem game in the near future? I know. It's like just because I'm doing this by myself. I know I don't have a general manager anymore, and to be honest, I really don't. I had to fire my other general manager, my very first one, who did like showed no respect of what I said. And so I'm just my own man with no general manager, but I would love to have one if that were to happen. Unless the person is trustworthy enough and be able to do making videos, and I don't mind. Whether the person's in another country or just in the same U.S. In the U.S. country right here. Only those who truly know me. Yeah, I know you have. I know you have. I know I have you, Blazer. I know. Hey, you're trustworthy, but I mean, unless you're up to it to be a general manager role, because once you have it, I mean, you can upload videos, and then because you know, from Austin Lawrence, and then that's in the which I have not put in, which I still need to do something about it. But he's not gonna be my general manager again. Because he has a lot of growing up to do. And the reason why I was right about Rimuru Tempest, I know you have school and stuff. The reason why I said about Rimuru Tempest, for a character who's being so overpowered, just because Rimuru Tempest from I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is OP, as in overpowered, doesn't mean he has no weaknesses and no vulnerabilities. He has one. Because he cannot be, he may be, yeah. So guess what? I know here the words impervious, yes, not invincible. Impervious, yes. Invincible, no. So just because you're saying like, I can't be defeated, it's like I'm invincible, wrong. You may be like indestructible, yeah, but you're not invincible. So guess what? There's a weak spot. And also I forgot to mention one thing. There, for those from the, you know, from Glitter Force characters, or the pre-cure, you know, from the Japanese version of Glitter Force, the cures, there are those who are a lot stronger than Rimuru Tempest. And you have no idea who are those people who are way stronger than those characters than some of the characters from I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Even those who are stronger than Superman, including those who are stronger from the characters from the Dragon Ball universe. And you heard me. In Kamen Rider, yes. Kamen Rider. And what about Super Sentai? Yes. I mean, there are characters who are like, can be OP'd or some of those. I mean, they can defeat the cures of the Japanese version of Glitter Force. But there are those, DC and Marvel, and you get the idea. But there are others who are stronger than they realize, and they should have known better. Let's just say one, for example, Cure Passion from Fresh Pretty Cure is one of the strongest cures. She can go subsonic at for short periods, and yes, she can go like clock up, almost like going into clock up mode, like Kamen Rider Kabuto. And the other one is Cure Black, which she is definitely one of the strongest cures from the Japanese version of Glitter Force called Pretty Cure. And she is absolutely ridiculously strong, and you have no idea. It can rival that to those from Isekai anime. And yes, when I meant though, that is that. But also those from the Shoujo and Shonen manga comic books, including the TV shows. This is why I kind of do it differently when it comes to fanfic and a storyline of my own type of choosing. So that is something special upon. So the multiverse being gathered around in the Ultimate Arkhamverse from the bloodline of Rosenthal is at stake here. And Goku Black wants nothing but control with the Zero Mortal plan into play. So I hope you guys enjoy this live stream as much as I do when it comes to about my commentary exclusive about Special Olympics Idaho, the live stream of the post-game 2025 commentary exclusive. Don't forget to mash that like button, comment, favorite, and subscribe. If you guys are a true fan, not a fake one, because I know who are those who are called themselves fans, which they are not, but they are fake fans when it comes to or not as part of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, who are not true fans of Alliance members. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this live stream as much as I do. Don't, once again, mash that like button and or share this video. Because I am main event Leo Wolverine, who likes to yeet in the comment, yeet in the chat, yeet in the live stream, and yeet in the commentary, whether it's a video premiere and or live stream, all day and night, in and out. For when it comes to main event Leo Wolverine such as me, is that nothing's for sure. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow's live stream of WWE 2K24 for the men's division. The men's division. And on a Thursday for the women's division is Bad Blood. You heard me, Bad Blood. So Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And also on Wednesday's video premiere for the My Rise storyline or Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. One of those two, because I only got like 2 episodes left of that Let's Play, and then, so yeah. See you guys next time for more of the live stream. Thank you guys for coming to this Special Olympics Idaho live stream post-game 2025 commentary exclusive. Friendship is magic for everyone. Have a great rest of your day and or evening. So take care now. Bye-bye then. Until then, I have one more thing to say before I end the live stream right here. Yeet! Woo!